My name is Nathan Masiuko. I am the current CEO and co-founder of a company called Ludicworks. We are a video game publisher that's involved in supporting game developers across 16 African countries to promote their games and to solve the problems of monetization and commercialization with their games. I've had a 13-year career in the video game industry. I've founded 2 previous companies and also worked for several other companies and consulted as well in the video game industry. That's been my specialization. I have done everything from esports events and was the first one to send a team to compete in China in what was then called the World Cyber Games, which was an international tournament that attracted competitors, over 600 competitors from 60 countries worldwide. Since then, we ran local tournaments for 5 years and resumed that last year with the Africa Esports Championship, which I did in partnership with a company called What's Good Studios, as well as esports organizers and competition companies from 24 other African countries.
What are some of your products, local products that have been developed by your company?
Okay, so I think the ones which we can say we're very proud of right now is the Africa Esports Championship reality TV show that we aired last year. It was the first of its kind on the continent because esports shows have never been aired on a free-to-air channel. And we managed to air 20 episodes from August 2019 until December 2020. That was an amazing experience. We had 16 competitors compete over a 9-week period in 2 games, Tekken and FIFA, and determined who are the best in Kenya.
In a layman's language, what is esports?
Okay, so to make it simple, esports is electronic sports, which means people are competing in video games. So this is different from just the casual gaming because you find these people have to train for hours on end to get to a certain level of professionalism and mastery and then compete with others at a very high level. So not just anyone can do it. The best of the best from around the world are the ones who compete in esports tournaments. In fact, one of our champions was invited to compete in Dubai at the Global Tekken World Championships.
How has the uptake been in Kenya for esports?
So it depends on who you're talking to. So there's different markets. The young people understand what we're talking about. They know the statistics and the factors that govern the esports and the video game industry. So for instance, the video game industry is the largest entertainment industry in the world. It's bigger than the movie and music industries combined. And as of last year, was generating $150 billion in revenue annually, with esports now growing to reach $1 billion annually in revenue. Africa has been left behind to an extent, but we're quickly catching up. And from the statistics we've gathered, the top 6 African countries are generating about $1 billion in the video game industry as well. You find there are a lot of games being developed in Kenya, both educational games. So there's one I particularly enjoy called Explosive Math by a fellow game developer called Moses Mbugua. And that is supposed to train young people on how to practice their mental math skills. There's another one called Muzito, which won a Kalasha award last year. And that was a game where you're basically fighting corruption, but it's not the way you perceive it. It's very subtle, and the story is what's carrying the day. And then you find that we have now a school called ADMI that's opened up that is training people in game development and animation. And they have a 3-year course where people can end up with a degree in game development and animation once they follow that track. Everyone seeks entertainment. So in the same way you'd go and watch a movie or go and watch a play, someone playing a video game is doing it for entertainment. It's a way for them to relax. Secondly, it has been shown to develop motor skills, eye-to-hand coordination that enhances people's reaction time when doing even daily activities like driving, riding a motorcycle, etc. You'd find in America they even use video games as a criteria to recruit. So the people who fly the drones in America, if you have a background of playing games, you have a higher chance of getting hired than if you don't, because now piloting a drone is much like playing a video game. You're doing it remotely through a screen. with a controller. So I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but like with everything has to be done with moderation. We encourage parents to be aware of what their children are playing and to be engaged in what their children are playing, and also that games come with ratings. So there's a rating for the different age groups.
Has the government been supportive to this particular industry?
I
Are you
think so.
recognized?
Not yet, not as an official body. There's been movement. So for instance, the Kenya Film Commission has been making moves to accept and adopt the video game and esports industries. And last year they introduced the video games category and esports category in the Kalasha, of which we, Ludiquax, with our partners What's Good Studios, were able to win for our tournament, the Africa Esports Championship show that we created. And then, so that's been interesting. A lot of corporates have also come and supported us through our journey. For instance, Liquid Telecom, various hubs like Nairobi Garage and iHub, the Twig, have been very supportive of our community initiatives. Microsoft even sent their head of Xbox to Kenya to come and see what's happening here. And I know he met with the president, who was very excited, to support the video game industry. And so there is a growing movement, but there's still a hands-off approach from a lot of people that we're hoping to change as we move along.
Is your product able to make money for you? Are you able to pay bills?
So currently we're working with the Aga Khan University Graduate School of Media and Communication. We're part of their Innovators in Residence for their Media Innovation Center. And with them, we're working on a product that we hope will disrupt the media space by gamifying how people engage with media content, as well as with different marketing engagements that companies would push through augmented reality. And we hope that once we launch that in the next couple of months, that it will be a big thing. My partner Douglas and I have been working tirelessly to make that a reality. And so we can't wait to launch that into the product. So for instance, we got paid by the media house, KTN, that aired our show. So we did make money from the shows we produced. And right now, because we're still an early startup, we've been relying a lot on grants and project-based income that now we get from consultancies and building bespoke projects for different. So like we worked on a project for Longhorn to help them with their gamification of their educational curricula for the CBC project. So we do make money from the various activities, but we want to move from projects to product, whereby we have a product that now we're pushing that is now the major generator of income.